In the summer of 1954, Marilyn Shepard was found bludgeoned to death in her home in Bay Village, Ohio. Her husband, Dr. Sam Shepard, who was a respected neurosurgeon in the area, claimed he was asleep downstairs when he heard her scream, and he said that a bushy-haired intruder knocked him unconscious. The police, however, did not believe him. There's very little physical evidence, and there's no eyewitness. Dr. Shepard was ultimately just charged with his wife's murder and convicted. He maintained, however, his innocence until the day he died. It wasn't until over a decade after he was convicted that new science was able to breathe life back into this case. This is through a discipline now known as blood spatter analysis. This method studies how blood behaves when it leaves the body during a violent event. It can help reconstruct the movements, weapons, and even who was where, all by studying the size, shape, and distribution of these stains. Now, one of the first things that forensic scientist Dr. Paul Kirk was able to do was use the blood spatter to determine the point of origin, which is where the blood had come from during the attack. There was more than 35 stains found around the room, and looking at these, he was able to calculate the angles and directions. By projecting the lines backwards from the droplets, he could tell where Marilyn was positioned when she was struck. Now, this showed that Marilyn was likely laying down, and then got up or was moved during the struggle. This pattern was completely complex and chaotic, which ultimately was consistent with an active struggle involving more than one person. And that supported Shepard's story that he had tried to fight off an attacker, but ultimately failed. Next, however, Dr. Kirk studied cast-off patterns. And these are the arcs of blood created when a blood-covered weapon is swung, as you can see here. In Marilyn's case, he identified multiple cast-off arcs on the walls and ceiling, and these were made from at least 15 to 35 separate swings of a long, narrow object. This is probably a blunt instrument like a pipe or a crowbar. These swings varied in direction and force. They showed the attacker moved around a lot during the killing. The angle and location of the blood cast-off indicated the attacker stood on the right side of the bed, and this is not where Shepard claimed to be during the attack. Even more importantly, blood was found in places Shepard could not have seen or reached, considering his injuries and the state he was found in after being unconscious. Now, Shepard, at this point in time, had a serious neck injury, so he obviously couldn't have done that much. But at the same time, you never know. However, the last good, solid piece of forensic evidence they were able to use was the blood drop shape analysis. These investigators were able to calculate the angle of impact for many of the stains. When blood hits the surface, the angle it strikes creates a specific elliptical shape. The longer and thinner the stain, the shallower the angle of the projection is. By applying trigonometric formulas, Dr. Kirk reconstructed the vertical and horizontal position of the attacker at different stages of this crime, and he was able to conclude the attacker was moving fast with high-impact swings, and he may even stood on the bed at one point. This behavior did not match Dr. Shepard's account, but it also didn't support the prosecution's version, which claimed a calm, deliberate killing. All right. So ultimately, in 1966, this U.S. Supreme Court was able to rule that Dr. Shepard had been denied a fair trial due to media bias. A retrial was ordered, and this time, blood spatter analysis was a key part of the defense. Dr. Paul Kirk's work helped prove that blood evidence did not match the prosecution's theory. The stains, the angles, the patterns, they all told a different story. The jury found that Dr. Shepard was not guilty, and he walked free after spending nearly 10 years in prison for a crime he may not have committed. No. Dr. Paul Kirk told us that blood is the silent witness, and it never lies. And in this case, it changed forensic science forever. It showed that blood spatter isn't just a pattern, it's a timeline, a map, and a voice for victims. In this case, blood told the truth, and it spoke louder than anything else in that courtroom.